Today we're using my updated Burst Stryder 22 here in Black Ops 6. I made an overpowered class up that you guys can dominate lobbies with. Let's get right into the attachments. For my first attachment for my optic, I had the Kevlar Microflex. Although the iron sights aren't the worst on this thing, I just decided to plop it on since we didn't really have too many attachments that you can put on this weapon, and you're going to be able to see a lot more with this thing on, so make sure you guys have this on. For my next attachment for my muzzle, I had the monolithic suppressor, so whenever you shoot, your red dot won't pop up on the radar. You're also gaining 2 ticks of bullet velocity and then 2 ticks of damage range. Now, since we can't use a barrel with the burst mod, I decided to put on the monolithic suppressor so that way we can get at least some farther range kills with the damage range, and then the bullet velocity is going to make sure the bullets connect a lot faster at those longer ranges, so make sure you guys have this on. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 20% to the bullet velocity, and then the damage at effective range is 9.8, and the damage on that is 29, and then the damage beyond range is 21, and then the damage on that is 22. For my next attachment for my rear grip, I had the commando grip. This is going to give you 2 ticks of ADS speed, 2 ticks of jumping sprint to fire speed, 2 ticks of jumping ADS speed, and then 1 tick of sprint to fire speed. I personally love this attachment because it reminds me a lot of the double quick draw attachment from BO4. You're going to have a very snappy aim as well as good sprint to fire speed, and if you do decide to jump with this class in ADS, you're going to have a very fast ADS speed while jumping, and then a very fast sprint to fire speed while jumping. You guys can see here with these stats, you're getting 14% to the ADS speed, 15% to the jump ADS speed, 11% to the sprint to fire speed, and then 12% to the jump sprint to fire speed. For my next attachment for my laser, I had the target laser, and this is going to give you 3 ticks of aiming idle sway delay, and then 3 ticks of aim walking steadiness. I was mainly using this just for an extra attachment to pop on. You can put on whatever laser you guys want, but this is the laser I was using in the gameplay. Finally, for the fire mods, I had the 3-round burst mod. This is going to make sure you're in burst fire mode, and then you are gaining 2 ticks of recoil gun kick control as well as a bigger magazine. I really like the burst mod on this weapon. I don't think it's too bad, but I wouldn't use it as a primary if you are trying to go for camos, unless you are on very, very small maps. If not, then just take this thing off and put rapid fire on or recoil springs. You guys can see here with these stats, you're gaining 24% to the fire rate, 37% to the recoil gun kick control, and then I'm pretty sure that's 12% to the headshot damage, so that's going to be very, very helpful. Here are all my perks on the screen. For the wild card, make sure you guys are using high roller or perk read, so that way you guys can have an extra streak or perk. Here are all my attachments on the screen with the stats. If you guys are new, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I forgot to change my freaking camera. Living in the site currently. If you play like them, they will never win. Jesus Christ, he just played like a Warzone bot. Literally went into a drop shot at like 30 meters. Good thing 90% of this map is inside.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
I know.
Hey, incoming label! I am too old to be playing this fucking
Dude, I am playing like the biggest rat. I love it. Like the minute I get shot at, I just run away. Oh, look at that. Oh, we got pooped on.
Calling in score streak. Enemy napalm strike incoming. Sighting it on enemy score streak.
This dude keeps pushing me with the shotgun and it's not working.
Operator establishing score streak.
Dude, there's no way sitting in the spawn is the way I die. Alright. Oh my god, please. Find a different game to fall in love with. Yeah, that backward side was definitely not ideal there. Bye bye. I think now is the time to become a rocket enthusiast. Oh, never mind.
Operator establishing score streak.
Enemy RCXD detected.
Bye bye.
Using lead from detonated to four. I've heard of the war on comedy, but calling it score streak.
Napalm strike inbound.
Bye bye. I can't watch a kill cam to see what that Wuza was. This gameplay's definitely better than my first one. I am too. I went flawless though, like the first time I did. No, I'm pushing like a moron.
Hostile sighted. Operator establishing score streak.
Just going for it. What? Oh yeah. Not too bad.
Operator establishing score streak.
After I started using that monolithic suppressor, I was like, oh, you're onto something there. If I was using the compensator, I could damage. It keeps you off the wrap and gives you some range. Oh, turned on. Get on.
Enemy RCXD detected.
Calling it score streak.
I literally just got a UAV straight off spawn somehow. Not complaining.
I will be talking about this on my podcast.
This fly won't fuck off. Fly's been in here for 3 games. Yeah, my guy just. My teammate is getting diddied right now. Alright, so spawn protection just flies away whenever I need it. No kidding. I swear if that last rocket hit, I was gonna freak out.
Maybe.
Yeah, this is probably the best score streak that they've added since they added the one machine.
Establish above.
UAV fuel check 50%.
Operator establishing score streak. Calling in score streak. Operator establishing score streak.
There we go, GG.